Everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to begin the Vath Society quest. Hello there, Vath Storyteller. Let's get started. The Vath Storyteller looks at us, clicking his mandibles nervously. Great Hunter, we are honored that you have returned to our humble hive. There is something which weighs heavy on our mind, very heavy. We have a newcomer to Lothast Vath. He has not yet proved himself useful, and so he has no name. So determined is he to find his place that he left the sanctuary to forage in the forests of the east. He has not returned. It has been difficult as of late, very difficult. We have grown hungry, and food remains scarce. The One Mind has seen to that. This nameless one means well, but he is highly curious with his newfound senses. This makes him vulnerable. The forest is the domain of the hunters, and his intentions may be misunderstood, for men do not have not the means to tell Vath from Nath at a glance. Will you not lend us your assistance in finding him? Will you travel to the hunters of the east and ask if they have seen him? I can do that. Kind hunter, generous hunter, you have our gratitude. Please make haste so that the weight on our mind can be lifted. Alright, we have a runaway newbie to the Vath. Let's go stop this before it becomes a problem. Onwards to Tailfeather. I think I am going to be slightly changing. Yep, I'm going to be changing a little bit about how I'm doing the society quest. The first big change is we're not going to be starting on the dailies today. We're going to be starting on the dailies in the next episode. The other big change is that I will not be waiting until we have done all of the quests from a tier to move on to the next tier of the society. Instead, we'll just do them as they appear. I will list what tier each quest comes from. And then when we get to the epilogue quest, when there is no new quest being introduced, or no new dailies being introduced, that is when we will be doing any missed quests. Grimold! Please, let them go, they are a friend. I was hoping for a fine bird, but lo and behold, I capture a bloody Noth instead. Not a Noth at all. Yes, we are the Nameless One. Have you been sent by the Storyteller? Tell your hunter friend to release me at once. We are not of the One Mind. We are Vath. I don't care if he's a two-headed Bandersatch, he isn't going anywhere. I'm detaining him for stealing our resources. Normally, I'd say we're more lenient with than the Noth in terms of territory, so long as they don't hunt in excess or attack us. But then this overgrown Vilekin comes and gobbles up all the gizzle greens we laid in our traps. Enough bait to keep a drove of chocobos sated for days, gone, with nothing to show for it. So hungry we were. We could not help ourselves. Unable to hunt, unable to forage. We are no different from a parasite. If only we could find a way to release ourselves from this pitiful way of life. Well, if you insist. You misunderstand. Spare us our life. It is all we have. Aye, spare it he will. Stop tormenting the poor creature, Grimold. He doesn't know any better. We ain't savages, but we ain't charitable neither. You'll have to pay us back for the greens you ate. And seeing as you don't have anything on you of value, it looks like you'll have to work off your debt. Last I checked, we're running a mite low on arrow shafts. Harvest me some Milia branches and we'll call it square, eh? Very well. Release us and we shall do as you say. Of course I am fool enough to let him go off alone. I'd ask that you see to it that the beastman don't flee from his debt. And if he does, I'll have every hunter here from here to the 100 throws after him for thievery. Understand? I got it. We'll pay off his debts. Ah, we are free. Much appreciated, hunter. Now then, to the smoldering wastes. Sorry about this, Grimold. He is a friend. He's not one of the Noth. Though, yeah, he got himself into a bit of a pickle, it seems. Alright, let's go get some Melia branches, help make some arrows, repay those debts, and figure out a different way for you to help the Vath. Since, that didn't work so well, did it? Not at all. Well then, the storyteller must be waiting for us. We make for Vath. You must keep your word. You promised to get Melia branches. Yes, we know. If we flee, we will never again be able to move freely. To the non-mind, independence is all. If we take too long, the hunters will surely come after us. Kind hunter, will you help us? We will not ask you to bear the entire burden. One sapling should be enough. We will gather the rest on our own. Alright, we grab one, you grab the rest. Sounds like a reasonable balance. I am more than happy to help out as much as I can. Okay, we are looking for young Melia specifically. Ah, here we go. Right by the river would probably be where they would be growing. There you are. And we should probably get Juniper out while we're at it. A little bit extra damage going around can't hurt. Oh dear, we are over-leveled enough that we have the Lord and Lady of Crowns unlocked. Awesome. Maybe I should stick that on my hotbar, even though I'm not going to be using it all that much, especially in duties. Not like these abilities are going to be around much longer. They'll be gone in about 8 months. Well, not gone, but gone from me. Dead to me in about 8 months. I'm excited. There are changes coming to this game. Alright, but we got the Pliant Melia branch. You are standing exactly where you were. Hopefully you found your end. Have you the branch? I do indeed. A long green branch cut from a young Melia. When fashioned into an arrow shaft, it is less likely to split when loose. Many thanks for this. Now let us return to the hunter's camp and be done with it. Alright. Once more, back to Marsachomp. I do wish getting to Tailfeather. I know the answer is to go on foot around, but I sure wish that getting to Tailfeather didn't require awkwardly going over the mountains like this when you're flying. Well, call me a Chocobo's uncle, I'm impressed. You've given me more than your debt called for. These branches make for fine arrows. We've usually got to send a whole party of hunters to gather this much, what with Amelia's thrashing about and the Noth lurking in the brush. Heh, even with those scrawny arms and legs, you proved more useful than I thought. We were useful? I would say so. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back with so much, or to come back at all for that matter. We too will be honest. We thought to flee, but this hunter persuaded us to stay. But we were useful. Ha! I said you were, didn't I? In fact, I'll tell you what. Since you brought me more than a fortnight's worth, I'll even throw in a small reward. A sack of gizzle greens to take home to your kid. A reward? You mean more of those tasty greens for being useful? We tried to find a way to be useful at Vath. We tried, but we could not find our purpose. Well, we hunters ain't like to turn away an extra pair of hands, beastmen or not. And we offer fair pay to adventurers willing to take on the more dangerous tasks. Ain't that right, Satora? I've done my share of work around here. Adventurer. There are those who travel to the wilds of their own accord, risk life and limb for all for the sake of these rewards. Such excitement, such fortune! We want to become an adventurer. Can't say I've come across an adventurer who requested gizzle greens as a reward, but would be willing to compensate for honest work. If it's food you're after, I'm sure we could arrange for some spare cuts of meat, too. More crunchy grains and juicy flesh, enough to feed our colony. We will relay this to the storyteller at once. Sounds like you found your purpose then. Though I will warn you, being an adventurer is very dangerous work. Hopefully you are cut for it. You are cut out for it, rather. Alright, back to the storyteller. Check in. Hopefully the nameless one made it. Though I suppose they are probably going to be getting a new name soon. Perhaps the adventuring one. Thank you, Hunter, for bringing our nameless brother back. We hope he was not a burden on you. She is no hunter storyteller, she is an adventurer. And we are a burden no more. Look at what we have brought you. What strange looking plants, yet they have such a delightfully bitter taste. We have other good news, we have found our purpose. We will become an adventurer too. If we work hard, the hunters promise to reward us with food for the colony. You mean the hunters of the East? We thought it safer to limit contact with them, but they gave you such delicious rewards. You have done well, Nameless One. With your newfound purpose, we are sure you will ease the hunger of your brothers and sisters. But trading with the hunters will not solve all of our woes. Much more is required for our survival. Yes, much more. Our colony is falling into disrepair. We need metals for our defenses. We need clay for our walls. The One Mind knows this. They seek to impoverish us. A few of our non-mind brothers tried to steal such things from Lasas Nath. They never returned. The Overmind rages at what he sees as boldness, even though we are mere leeches partaking of tiny drops of their blood. Tiny drops. Even leeches do not loathe their own hosts as much as we. It is shameful, though we must still rely on the One Mind to survive. You can rely on us, storyteller. We shall travel the realm and offer our services in exchange for resources. We will bring back precious rewards from beyond. Travel the realm? You mean to cross the hunter's borders to lands beyond? Nameless One, it is too dangerous. Fear not, it is what adventurers do. To explore unknown lands, meet their peoples, obtain greater rewards. Strengthen the colony. Is it really unknown lands if there are people living there? You speak strongly of your purpose. Very well. Should you succeed, we can sever ourselves from the One Mind completely. We can truly become our own masters. But do not become a pest seeking work where there is none. The hunters may take offense at your eagerness to obtain rewards. How will you know when your services are required? An adventurer's guild? A place to exchange information and gather requests from others? Nameless One, no such place exists here. If this is your solution, you must start your own. But I am certain you will not be alone. Some of your brothers and sisters still want for purpose. Seek them out. An adventurer's guild. There is much to do, but first we will introduce you to our brothers. Come, come. Alright, an adventurer's guild with the Vath. That is an exciting new endeavor. This is a stick peddler. He peddles sticks. He lost his connection with the Overmind near the same time as we did. There was one other, but we do not see him. You mean the Kenai? He saw shadows fly across the colony. He was hungry and said he would hunt the shadows east toward the river. He could not have gone far, for he fears the water. Fears it much. He would not cross the river unless it was near the bridge. Wise Vath know to avoid the bridge, for ferocious dragons often lurk near it. Could it be they were the shadows that the Kenai saw? Brave adventurer, could you check the bridge while we search the area for the Kenai? He could be in trouble. But do not slay dragons if you see them. Dead dragons will invite reprisals. We will lend you one of our Kongamato. We have fitted it with a contraption which sprays a putrid smoke which irritates but does not wound. Yes, irritates. We got too close to it once, most irritating. The Kongamato are unaccustomed to fleshling riders. If you fall off, talk to the stick peddler. He will help you get back on. Now let us find the Kenai. Alright, ride the Kongamato to the bridge and use its spray on any ferocious dragons we see. Let's go track down the Kenai before they get themselves hurt. Or worse. Down to the bridge would be the place to look. So far the area looks clear. I'm not seeing any oh, never mind. We got dragons right here. And a new field marker to let us know where to use our mount action. It burns! I don't like this game anymore. Why do you do this? Mostly just to make sure that you aren't harassing a friend of mine. Sorry, I don't actually see them around here, so maybe that was wrong of me, but back to the nameless one. Hopefully they have tracked down the Kenai. Hello there, nameless one. He is the Kenai, so he named himself, for he never tires of discovery. He returned to the hive soon after you departed to search the bridge. We are grateful to you for your assistance. We enjoy exploring the lands near the colony, but we were careless in our search for curious things. Our nameless brother tells us he will open an adventurers guild in Vath. It was not long ago that we two yearned for purpose, and we will gladly join him in his mission. Then it is decided the Kenai will help us find many opportunities for adventure. Many opportunities. But our guild is not yet complete. We are unsure of the actual trade of adventuring. How to find things, how to fight things. We cannot do it without an experienced teacher. Kind adventurer, will you teach us your ways? I don't like that we're mocking the way they speak, but very well. Wonderful, wonderful. From now on, we shall call on you as a master of the craft. Master. Leave the construction of the guild to us. The Kenai will be on the lookout for our hunter friends and any requests they may have. But there are very few adventurers to carry out the tasks now. Very few. In fact, only you. We were hoping you could show us how it is done. The storyteller told me he is most pleased with your deeds to our colony. Consider us friends. And from now on, let us work together for the guild. And now that we have found purpose, I shall be nameless no longer. As I long to have so deft an arm in adventuring, I shall call myself Deft Arm. Well, congratulations on your new name, Vath Deft Arm. The nameless one is now called the Vath Deft Arm, and an adventurers guild has been constructed in Vath. The hunters of Tailfeather are now clients of the Adventurers Guild. You may want to watch out. You've got a chocobo hatchling eating your... it's fine. We've achieved friendly reputation. Alright, and are we not starting at the lowest tier this time? We are not. Ooh, so it's actually going to be more than a day before we get to the second tier. Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit shorter than the Vanu, it seems. Then with that, we will come back to the Vath in due time as I make progress on their society quests. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, what are we doing? It's time for optional dungeons. That is exciting. I will see everyone next time for that.